Hello, Facebook friends. Well, I'm out in North St. Louis, one of the areas hard hit by the storm. Let me just show you this right now. What would you do if this were your house? Well, this is one of those houses that's been demolished by the tornado. This is what is left. Just look at this as we walk along and look. Come on along here, Craig. You walk along, just look at this, and it's incredible. And the real question becomes, well, what do you do from here? Where do you go? Can this be rebuilt? Do look at what do you, obviously, I don't know if repair is within the question or not, but certainly a lot of damage to this house. And you say, well, what do you do? This is destroyed when that tornado rolled through. A lot of structures, some suffered varying degrees of damage, and this is one of those homes that suffered some of the most damage here from this storm. And this is just a heart-wrenching situation. Like I said, when you are the owner of this house and you have lived here, you left home in the morning, you had a house, but by the evening you didn't. So what do you do? We're going to talk to the owner, Craig here.
How you doing?
Give me your last name again.
Cole, C-O-L-E.
Craig, this is your house.
Yes.
So
lost everything. What we gonna do after this? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the city help, they help, you know. But, you know, I don't want nobody here trying to come and take our land, because that's going to be the biggest thing. And people out here trying to steal our bricks. You know, we got to rebuild. If we rebuild, we rebuild. But
how long had you lived in this house?
A couple of years.
Okay.
You know, 2 years. And
but you just acquired it 2 years ago or what?
It's actually my uncle's.
Okay.
And, you know, we was here. We got an understanding, and man,
wow.
Like, but besides that, like, I lost everything. Everything. Me and my sons, we lost exactly everything. And when I came home that day, heart fell to my feet. Like, damn, couldn't do nothing but shake my head. But I mean, I'm gonna be all right. You know, I got to keep going. My main thing is worried about other people in the neighborhood.
Let me ask you, what do you do from here?
What do I do?
Yeah. You look at this. This is your house. This is where you live. This is where all you and your sons too?
Yes.
How many sons?
I got 3 sons.
3 sons, okay. Yep. And you guys were living here?
Yes.
Okay. How old are your sons?
I got one just turned 10 and 1-year-old twins.
What do you do?
What do I do? I just got to keep pushing and find a way. You know, I can't sit back and cry over spilled milk, because it happened, Mother Nature happened, but just got to keep pushing. You know, I got to do something positive. You know, not just for me, because this is the neighborhood I grew up in, my community I grew up in. I got to look out for them, because, you know, they looked out for me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be all right in the long run. I really am.
Where are you living now?
My friend, been knowing the better part of 30-some years, gave me the keys to his house, told me to stay there as long as I need to until I find me something, which I appreciate that.
Are you getting enough help from the city and officials?
I ain't heard nothing from the city or the officials. I haven't. It's a crime shame. I mean, they everywhere else in the city, but not one time has anyone from the city came to this spot. And we've been out here since it happened. We've been giving out food.
Where are we right
clothes.
now? What street are we on?
We
here?
on Page and Auburn.
Page and
Auburn.
Okay, Auburn. Yeah,
yep.
Page and Auburn.
You know, this the what they call Lewis Park neighborhood, Fountain Park neighborhood.
Right,
you know.
right. Fountain Park's not right around the corner.
Yes, it is. And what have they done? Absolutely nothing. Who I talk to? Absolutely no one from the city.
Nobody's come by to even see about you.
Nobody.
To ask what you needed, obviously beyond the house.
Nobody.
But
only people came back was
citizens.
Citizens dropping off water, cases of water, because we be out here. Today, one of the days we took off, but we out here every day, passing out food, passing out shoes, passing out clothes to the people who need it. You know, we don't want people from other sides of the city coming here, I mean the south side of North County or the county.
So you've been a part of passing out stuff?
Yeah.
Helping others?
Yes.
Even while you're going through this?
Yes.
What gives you that drive? I mean, a lot of people would just be kind of sitting down in one place saying, woe is me, what do I do?
It's the people. Got to help the people. These are my people. These folks I touch hands with every day. You know, this my community. Like I said, I grew up around her. I'm 46 years old, and you know, we got to help each other. You got to start somewhere. I mean, yes, this is a tragedy. My house gone, but I'm gonna be all right. But it's people far off worse than me that really needs the help. So from here on out,
it's hard to envision the people worse off than you. Your house looks destroyed.
it's people that don't have nothing. You know, no means nothing. And, you know, we must help them as a community. You know, as a city, we must help them, the people. I ain't talking about the officials, because, you know, they got their own hidden agendas. We got to help each other, because we all we got.
What message would you give to officials, to city officials, the mayor and everybody else?
Hey, y'all walk the other streets, but come walk the real streets. Don't do it for publicity. Come walk down Page. Come walk through Fountain Park. Go walk down Newstead. Go walk through the Ville neighborhood. Go walk through the north side. It's a trash. It look like somebody dropped a bomb over there. So really come for real if y'all care. Cause if y'all don't, oh well, we can get y'all out of office. A simple vote. Because we are the people.
You're not satisfied with what they're doing so far?
Not at all. Should I be? No. I ain't talked to nobody. And we been out there every day since it happened. You know, what, May 16th, when the tornado hit at around 2:30? From that point on was the story. And we still going. The clock is still ticking. Where y'all at? Come out here. Help us. Talk to us. You don't got to talk to me personally, but there's other people around that really you need to talk to. People that lost their houses. You know, I lost mine, but there's other people that lost their houses. Just like this. Some worse. Help them. Come help us. That's all I got to say. Come help us.
You need to see somebody.
Somebody. If they want to come talk to me, they can. I'm not hard to find.
Were you here when the tornado struck?
I went to the store. They say your bad habit was going to kill you, but it saved me that day. I smoked Black and Mild cigars, and I had to go to the store and get me some. My uncle was calling me to bring him something else. I'm like, okay. All right, Unc. Pulled up on Fountain, waiting on him to come. The tornado hit. I seen the whole thing happen. I seen wind, which is, whoo. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, tell me what you saw.
I seen the wind come down, snatch them trees up like it wouldn't, like they was rocks. It just throw them against the houses. Seen the whole park get destroyed. Seen the houses around me get destroyed. I'm like, WFT.
What was going through your mind then when you were seeing all this?
WFT. You know, like,
yeah.
What the?
You don't have to say it. Yeah, I get it.
Man, am I seeing this? And I wanted to grab my phone and record, but I couldn't because I'm like shocked. And I'm thinking I was going to blow away like the Wizard of Oz. Like,
right.
Man, I was in my truck.
You were thinking this is it.
I'm thinking, is this the end? I was really thinking, is this the end? Is this how I'm finna go out, Mother Nature? But I'm here to tell my story, you know. I'm a survivor. It could have been worse because I could have been in the house. Because normally I work, and I'd be sleeping around that time. But, you know, by the grace of God, I wasn't asleep. I was out and about.
Going out to get a Black and Mild.
Yes, indeed. So, hey, so people tell me, don't smoke Black and Mild, I'm going to smoke them. I don't care what you say, I'm going to smoke them because it saved my life that day.
What's next for you, Craig?
Got to move forward. Got to rebuild. Got to find me a house. Got to secure myself. You know, anything else, I can't say.
Because you got sons to look out for, too.
Yeah, I got sons to look out for, you know.
So it's not just you have to worry about.
Nah, not just me at all. You know where they gonna come. My oldest son's room somewhere in this pile just destroyed. The twins used to sleep with me when they was there. You know, man, it's heartbreaking. It really is. And for anybody that don't think that, I don't know what to say.
What hurts most, Craig?
Some of the things I lost, you know, I can't get back. The memories, the pictures, you know, the picture of my mother, certain things, other things in there, you know, that I can't get back. Hopefully, some of it ain't, I mean, I don't know how badly damaged it is. Hopefully I can retrieve them when we start picking these bricks up. And I'm telling people, please don't try to come steal my bricks. No, it's sad.
Have you seen that happening? Have you seen people over here trying to get your bricks?
Actually, a box over there, I just noticed with bricks in it, and I looked in it like, why is these bricks in this box? Mm-hmm. So it's a fair warning. I have the legal right to bear arms. If you come try to take my bricks, I will shoot you. That's plain and simple.
You say what now?
I will shoot you if you try to come take my bricks. This is all I got right now. The money off them gonna go to me to help me rebuild. I don't need no one trying to come take from me. I gotta protect my land. You know? Anyone else feel the same? A lot of people feel the same way. I guarantee you.
You're warning potential, and hopefully people who are thinking about that will think again. You're warning potential brick thieves to stay away.
Stay away. Because I have a legal right by the state of Missouri. I'm not just saying this. I have a legal right by the state of Missouri. The right to bear arms. And I'm not going to play with them. Because I just seen it on other news outlets like people going around North St. Louis trying to steal these bricks. Don't come these ways. That's all I got to say. You going to go to the upper room. For real. It might sound funny how I'm saying it, but I'm serious. You know?
This is all you got.
That's it. And this money gonna help me rebuild. With some of the donations gonna help me rebuild or find something else. You know, I'm basically just trying to live. Need my own space for me and mine. So hey, don't come try to take from me. Cause taking these, it's like taking from mine. And I'm not finna have it at all.
Keep you in my thoughts and prayers, man. Hang in there.
Thank you.
I know it's beyond tough. And nobody really can say they understand totally unless they're in the exact same position that you're in.
That's it.
Unless they're staring at bricks that used to be their house.
That's all I can say. I mean, you say I understand, I feel you, but if your house don't look like this, you truly don't understand. And that's all I got to say.
Hey, thanks, Craig.
No problem.
Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Okay, that's, you've heard from Craig. Craig, you talk about loss? There you go. That's a picture of loss right there. That's a picture of someone who's lost everything. Craig said he was on the way back home. You just heard him. He would have been in this house, but he went back to get a Black and Mild, went back to the store to get a Black and Mild, and that delayed him from coming back home. On his way back, he said he saw the winds picking up the trees and throwing those trees, hurling them into houses, he says, and he really thought that was going to be it for him. He thought that was going to be the end for him. Fortunately, Craig and his 3 sons survived, but now it's a matter of figuring out which way to go next. He is not at all happy with the performance of officials. He says he hasn't seen any of the city officials over here to talk to him at all. He's on Page here. What are we near? Page and what? Page and Albert. Page and Albert, right here on the corner, is his house. He says he is not at all happy with officials. He says he has not seen anybody over here. No one has been here and talked to him about his situation. None of the officials, let me say, not say no one, none of the officials have been here to talk to him about his situation. The only help he says he's gotten are from residents or from the people in this community who have come over, who have come bringing food, bringing water, bringing everything, seeing how he's doing, kind of holding his hand, telling him it's going to be okay. The support that he's gotten has been from the community, have been from neighbors and residents, but he says he's got none from the city, none from officials. As far as he's concerned, he says they've done nothing. That's his view, and that's what he is saying. And he said nobody has come and talked to him. We certainly hope that changes. I talked to the mayor about that at her last at one of her news conferences, and she says the city has been focused on other aspects of this crisis, dealing with areas, making sure that the areas were safe, and a number of other things that she says they've been doing. And she says they have not really gotten to the citizens to talk to people individually. And that's been a common complaint that I've gotten from about the city's handling of this, is a lot of people who are in the situation with houses looking just like this. They've lost everything. They want to talk to somebody. They want some answers, and they're saying no one from the city has even been by to talk to them. The mayor said that they are working on, for example, getting porta potties. That's something they're just now working on. A lot of people say that should have been done already. But what they're saying, what the residents out here are saying, is that the city has not been out to talk to them, listen to their issues, give them some help, help them get through this. They're saying they have not gotten that help from the city to get through what's been a tragedy for many of them. And that's one of the biggest complaints I've gotten from all the people that I've talked to out here. They're saying their only help has come from other residents, other citizens, and they say if it hadn't been for other citizens, they don't know what they would do. It's been just the people. And many of the citizens, and I've been telling you guys this from the beginning, many of these are just citizens. Some are not with organizations. They're not with, big organizations or anything. They're just people who saw their fellow neighbors going through this, went out to Walmart or Sam's or places and bought items and came back and gave it away for free to people who are going through this, people who just wanted to help their neighbors. It's been amazing to see how this community has come together to take care of it, to care for itself in a way. I mean, obviously the city had a role in searching the buildings, making sure there were no other people who were trapped beneath that. But you're getting just a lot of citizens who are struggling. It's a struggle right now. They are suffering out here. And basically they're saying they had only, and this is, like I said, this is Craig's house, guys. It is flattened. He doesn't know what his future is for him and his 3 sons that were staying here. It's hard to say what that future is. They want answers from city government. They want officials to come and talk to them. So far, that has not happened. So far, they say they have not gotten any help from officials. No one has even come by and talked to them to find out what the problems are, what they need, what their needs are. And like I said, they have essentially said that the help they've gotten is coming from residents. They're saying basically the people who have helped them are residents of this area, residents throughout North St. Louis that have stepped up. And I've seen this, and it's been amazing to see. I have to tell you guys that because it will bring a tear to your eyes to see the neighborhood, see everything before, the challenges that people were going through and dealing with all this, just the challenges before the storm, or how it was before the storm. You had a lot of people maybe didn't trust one another. You had some issues, a lot of stuff going on. But after that tornado hit, just to see so many people come out to help their neighbors, to help one another. I saw on one intersection I saw, there were people that pitched their own stands, basic with water, with food, with toiletries, and they were just giving it away. People went and, like I said, they went to stores and bought items, a lot of our toiletries, everything else. They went to stores and they bought it to give it away. And there were people on every corner who were doing this. It has been amazing to see the community help itself. And a lot of these people are surviving because of what the community is doing for itself, what people are doing to help their neighbors. A lot of folk, like I said, the people who had even lost their own houses were out here helping others. We talked to one lady whose snack shop, the roof was ripped off, and rather than just sit there and wait for the insurance company to do something, they barbecued food for the neighborhood. She got out, barbecued, and fed the people in the neighborhood, and gave everything away free. Everything was free, just giving it away. I talked to her and she said she just wanted to help the people in the neighborhood. So that's what we've seen a lot of, citizens basically surviving because of residents coming together to help them. They say not because of officials coming together, because they're coming to see them, because all of them I talk to say they haven't seen city officials out here. They say they've seen nobody, that no one has come and talked to them to help them, to find out what their problems are, to do anything. They say none of the officials, as far as what they could see, to help them, to help their neighbors, to talk to them. They say they really haven't seen officials out here walking the street, walking these blocks to stop and talk to people and find out about what they needed. The individuals to go and talk to them and find out what they need. They say they just haven't seen that anything in the way of officials doing anything for them. They say they've had to just rely on fellow residents and neighbors and strangers to come up and say, hey, what do you need? What can we get for you? That's what's been happening. That's how they've survived. They've survived through the help of residents and the people who live in this area and live in North St. Louis. And they've survived because of the generosity of people who cared. There's some people who came outside of the neighborhood to help. You know, outside of North St. Louis, they came to help as well. But a lot of it mostly has been North St. Louis residents helping themselves, really, and pitching in to help each other survive this catastrophe, survive this tragedy. They're saying they have not gotten that help that they need from city officials. They call city officials missing in action. That's the word they used. And MIA, absolutely, because they said they have not been here to talk to the people, to find out what the people need, to find out what are their needs, what are their needs. One lady we talked to, you saw her the other day, needed a porta potty. Well, the city hadn't put out the porta potties. They're just getting on that. Well, that's pretty basic when your house is gone, and this lady's house looked just like this. When your house is gone, and your neighbor's house is gone, and they don't have a porta potty, no place to go to the bathroom. The street lights were out, so she was living in total darkness. We were able to get some help from her, but she had not seen again. She had not gotten any help from the city of St. Louis. The city says they said they've been wrapped up in a lot of other things. They've been wrapped up in 20 million things. I mean, you got to save lives, you got to check the buildings, and they say they've got a lot of people working on this, helping with this tragedy. It seems hard to believe that if the city's got that many people, and they've got hundreds of people, more than 1,000 people, they got a lot of people, and more volunteering, it seems like they would have been able to get to these neighborhoods and talk to the people and find out what they needed, find out what their problems are, because you got people trying to survive. They don't even know if the people can survive this. They don't know if the people could make it through, but why? They hadn't talked to them. They don't know what their needs are. Like I'm here on Arbor and Page with a person whose home is just leveled here, and no one has been by to talk to them. You would think the city would have people just drive by, and when they see these situations like that, stop, get out of the car, and say, well, who belongs to this? And just talk to the people. And they would have seen Craig, and he would have said, hey, it's my house, or was, and they could have talked to him. Hey, Craig, what do you need? We can't fix the whole house right now, but what do you need? What can we do? That's what the city needs to do. That's lacking right now. Lacking is a plan to get out, get to the neighborhoods, like boots on the ground. Start walking the neighborhoods, start talking to the people, see what the needs are of the residents. Have several people to do that. And you'll get to a lot of people ultimately, eventually, but at least you'll find out what the people actually need, because right now they probably don't know because they haven't been out here to find out, and people haven't seen the city officials that they elected to office to represent them and fight for them. They have not seen them out here in the streets. That's one thing that the city needs to do, guys. Mayor Spencer had a news conference today, and I was at that news conference. I want to brief you guys on what the mayor says. She says the governor has completed the paperwork to get a federal disaster declaration. The governor has sent that up to President Trump's office, so now it's up to him to complete that work so that the people out here can get funds for home repairs, temporary housing, get funds for things like if their car has been damaged or destroyed, and other things. So the president will have to sign that, and then the money will be released to help residents better deal with this. The federal funds, waiting for that to be released. I asked the question, well, how long is that going to take? When are the people actually going to get this federal money? When they're going to get the money in their pockets to be able to use to try to put their lives back together? No one had the answer to that. I asked the mayor that question. She has no idea. It's a long and lengthy process. The governor, and she called a press conference today to let us know that the governor had forwarded this paperwork up to Washington. I, for one, just wonder why did it take so long to get to this point. I mean, it's a week ago that this thing hit. Why is it taking that long? You can see a lot of this damage. They say they had to do a damage assessment. Well, you can see enough of this damage around to be able to tell people we have a problem. So I'm just curious, why does it take so long for the governor to get? The governor was here the day after the tornado struck, along with Senator Eric Schmidt. They were both here at a news conference with the mayor and everybody, and he said he was working as fast as he could. But I'm just wondering, why did this take so long? People are struggling out here. They're not getting answers from officials, and they're struggling. They need help. Help is not arriving. So the governor finally gets this to the president's desk, President Trump, and we don't know how long it's going to take him to approve it so that the people can finally get the money. So we just don't know the answer to that. So we don't know when they're going to be able to get that. I did ask the mayor, why couldn't they use some of the Rams settlement money? They've got $297 million in Rams settlement money. It is money sitting in the bank doing nothing, right? It's been sitting in the bank since 2022. So this money is sitting there, is doing nothing. Officials haven't decided how to spend it. So it's an amazing process here. You got people out here struggling. You got people in need. They're going through this whole process with the feds, waiting for the federal disaster declaration, waiting until FEMA comes and all of that. But meanwhile, the city is sitting on $297 million in Rams money. Well, why can't they use some of that Rams settlement money to help the people out here? And I asked the mayor, why couldn't you give like at least a stipend? Now, I understand why you can't rebuild everybody's house, because maybe the money wouldn't stretch as far. But why can't you give people a stipend, even if it's $1,000, even if it's $2,000 to families whose homes are severely damaged or destroyed by this? That's something. That's something to give them some hope. That's something to let them know that you guys care, that officials care about what they're going through. But we hear officials just talking about the feds and FEMA and the federal dollars. Meanwhile, they're sitting on $297 million that's been in the bank since 2022. We're 2025. This federal money this Ram settlement money has been sitting in the bank doing nothing. And officials, they can't even decide how to spend the money, right? So it's 3 years. The money has been just sitting there. Here you have a citywide tragedy. You have one of the worst disasters to hit St. Louis in this city's history. But is anybody talking about taking that Ram settlement money and giving some of it to the people who are suffering from this tornado? from this tornado? I haven't heard it. So I asked the question today of the mayor. I said, well, look, what about this RAM settlement money? Can you make some of that available to the people suffering through this tragedy? Can you give them a stipend at least? You know, give them something. Even if it's, like I said, even if it's $1,000, even if it's $2,000, can you give them something to help them get through this? Is that possible? And the mayor says that everything is on the table right now. So I'm going to continue asking that question because the city has almost $300 million that it's sitting on and doing nothing with that money so far to help the people who are suffering from this tornado. Few other items. They said the National Guard is coming in. Okay, about 41 members of the Guard, and they're going to be helping with the debris, disposing of the debris. But the big question, the big thing right now is helping some of these people like Craig and many others. And I've talked to a lot of them. I've been out here in the street every day. I've talked to people. Most of them have not heard from the city. They've not heard from officials. And so far as they're concerned, the city is doing nothing to help them. So I think what has to happen is the city needs to get some people in some cars, drive to the neighborhood, look at some of these scenes of these homes like this right here, and then get out of the car and walk up to the building, or what was a building, and chances are the owner will be nearby. And you can talk to the owner and ask them, what do you need? What can we do, even as we wait for FEMA? We've got almost $300 million that we're sitting on. Can we give you 1,000? Can we give you a stipend? Can we give you something? So the city is not like the city doesn't have anything. They've got money and a lot of it, but they're doing nothing with it right now. So what they need to do is, first of all, let's look at that RAM settlement money. Let's think in terms of maybe giving the people who have suffered severe damage to their homes and everything, maybe a $1,000-$2,000 stipend just to help them get by. We know maybe you can't rebuild that house. Maybe you can't do everything, but you can do something. Any event, my Facebook followers, I'm going to stay on top of this, and I'm going to keep you up on this. My Facebook